Hey, this is my first Let's Play. It is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and it is my favorite game. It is not a masterpiece of a game, but it is my personal favorite game. This Let's Play is going to be slightly different than other Let's Plays. I'm going to not only have one with me talking over it, I'm also going to put out a quiet one, which is just the gameplay, so that other people can just watch the game played as it is. This is kind of a test, and if you like it, I will put out more. Alright, let's start the game right now. This game is based off of a pen and paper RPG called, you guessed it, Vampire the Masquerade. Masquerade is an older version of the pen and paper RPG, the newer version being Vampire the Requiem. You can still find the old rulebooks for Masquerade, but they're a little harder to find, and sometimes will cost you an arm and a leg for the proper one you're looking for. White Wolf, the publisher, did, however, make a 20th anniversary edition of the rulebook that combines some of the smaller splat books into one hulking print-on-demand book, and that's what I personally have, is one of those. Unlike the original rulebook, the 20th anniversary edition has the Sabbat clans in it, whereas the original one you had to find it in a smaller splat book. This game will allow you to run a personality test to choose your clan, but this isn't necessary for me, as I've already chosen mine. I'll be playing a Bruja, not necessarily my favorite clan, but he's a combat powerhouse, which will help me out through this Let's Play. I'm not going to deal with any of the bloodlines, because the bloodlines are, they'll switch your stats around. The bloodlines are not in the base game. You have to download the patches and the fan patches. The bloodlines were originally supposed to go in the game, basically recovered files from just hidden shit that was in the game. Rico was my premier. Let's name him Boss. Really derogatory. You got your strength, which deals with your unarmed and melee. Your dexterity, which deals with your lockpicking and sneaking. You got your stamina, which deals with your soak damage, your bashing damage. It's like your health pool. You got your charisma here that does your persuasion. You got your manipulation, does haggle. Appearance is seduction. The haggle stuff, not going to use at all. Ranged attack. Perception does ranged. I'll put a couple dots into that, maybe. You got your intelligence. That's going to be your research and intimidate. I'm actually going to put a dot in that already. For this character, he's going to be kind of a brick shithouse. So I'm going to put 3 dots in strength so he can just beat the shit out of anybody. You got your wits, which is your defense and hacking. I probably won't put many, if any, into this at all, because I'm pretty sure I remember most of the passwords, because it is not dynamic. All the passwords are static. Alright, then you get down to your abilities. Like, the attributes are your physical properties. Your abilities are, say, you're good at punching people, get some points in brawl. You got your dodge, which is some defensive stuff. You got intimidation, which is shouting at people. Subterfuge is sneaking. Okay, maybe subterfuge. Subterfuge is seduction. I'll put 1 in those 3. You got your skills. You got firearms, melee, security, and stealth. They pretty much your ranged attacks, your melee attacks, your lockpicking, and stealth. I'm going to put 1 in melee and security. Got your knowledges, which is your computer, your finance, investigation, and scholarship. I'm going to put 1 in scholarship so I can read books, because reading books is goods. Then you have your disciplines. These are independent. These are all different ones for each clan. A lot of the clan disciplines are different in the RPG. The Bruja, particularly, are pretty much the exact same. They still have celerity, potence, and presence. It's just they do different things. Presence is more of a gift of gab than in this game. I'm gonna put a point in celerity because celerity is always super cool. Running around with the speed of sound with freaking a shotgun. I'm turning off auto level because that's really annoying. I know what to do. I'm not going to skip the intro. I'm just going to let it play. This intro is really, really long. Although I do, like in this, should show or something right here. Okay, maybe not. But I do like the intro to this because the animations are so huge. Or not so huge. The animations are so bad sometimes in this. Also, I do love right there. They implied that your character has a big genital. They implied that your character has a big dick. Those giant horse condoms. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. That was the most accurate staking I've ever seen, especially how he threw it sideways and it ended up straight in her chest.
Good evening.
When you stake a vampire, they go and do something called torpor. It doesn't kill them, it puts them into a coma.
It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight.
Pulling the stake out ends torpor.
We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken.
Basically,
as Prince,
when they get staked,
to grant or deny the kindred of this city
not fun.
The privilege of silence.
Also, this guy's a complete asshole.
Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests.
This guy is a huge asshole.
The accused that sits before you tonight was not refused.
Not gonna go into spoilers.
Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace.
Game will give you enough later on.
It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member.
Such a douche.
But as some
The guy behind your character was a Malkavian. I will probably do a run through as a Malkavian as well. It's just, I really like running Malkavian. It's just, they have heavy spoilers in their dialogue because they have an ability in which they can talk to all Malkavians, not on purpose. It kind of drives them crazy.
Let the penalty commence.
You'll get a little bit into that when we get to Aleister Grout's mansion. I go into the,
which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that this is
Rodriguez. I don't even know if I've ever seen that person in anything outside of the courtroom scene here. Goggled.
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish.
That is a Toreador there. You are a Bruja. Guy behind you is a Malkavian.
They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plight and
This guy's pretty much lying. He sends you, any mission you go on from him is pretty much a fool's errand.
Good evening.
Basically running you on suicide missions. That is a Nosferatu. And there are a bunch of Bruja in the area because the Anarchs used to run LA before the Camarilla moved in.
Your sire. Tragic. My apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to.
He's such a
if we
douche.
wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, They undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible.
I'm going to heavily edit this. You're not going to see any deaths. I don't believe, unless I get really, really lazy.
Woven by your sire.
This is going to be relatively perfect run through.
You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet
unless
an
the deaths
agent by the
are
name of Mercurio.
Strange or funny, like one time when I was first playing this game, I accidentally yanked a cabinet door off the cabinet and it clipped into the wall and spun and blendered me to death. So if I get that again, I will definitely leave it in. I'm going to just kind of skip this stuff here. This is Jack. Jack is awesome.
What a scene, man! Woo-wee! Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Jack is most likely a Brua. He has celerity. He is also one of the oldest vampires in the city. He's an ex-pirate, which is super cool. He's also, it doesn't seem like it, but the major events that happen in this, he helped bring them about. But Jack is probably one of the coolest characters ever, and if you can listen to his voice, actually voice acted by the guy who did Bender and Jake the Dog. So that guy's really cool.
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
Hell yes, I'm in. Okay, I could use help.
Why don't we, step out back here? Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet? Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Oh, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, like your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time. Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
That laugh.
All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him.
This is just the introduction here.
Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something.
It's not the most interesting bit here. It teaches you the ropes and gives you a little background on what's going on in the city.
Now go for it. Be sure though.
In Masquerade, when a vampire
okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill him.
In Masquerade, when a vampire feeds, it does not turn the victim into a vampire. When it feeds, as long as you don't drain them dry, something called the embrace. And it embraces when you drain them dry and then you give them some of your blood, which is what triggers the embrace. That turns them into a vampire. Not that guy. Also in this game, if you do drain them completely dry, you kill them. And when you kill innocent civilians, you will lose humanity. And the more humanity you lose, the easier it is for you to frenzy. And frenzying is not fun. You completely lose control of the character and just kind of wanders around and attacks stuff.
Feel that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
I love the sarcastic tone.
You're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain. Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still a chance at immortality is not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. French benefits for joining the club. Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic is worthless. A cross? Shove it right up their ass. Ha! A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch the sunrise and it's all overkill. Yeah? Okay, now.
Enter
What is this?
the Sabbat. Sabbat.
Inside here, head upstairs. We'll meet up with them. I'm just gonna go see what the ruckus is.
Ugh.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabbat raid. Sabbat? They're, Christ, I was going to spray this shit to later. The Sabbat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, right? The Sabbat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell, put a little heat on the new. No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabbat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with. Shh. Heads up. Back away.
Most likely Gangrel. This is the sheriff. He is an African vampire. Most likely. Plays Gangrel abilities. Online has a debate on what exactly he is.
Dumb, frenzied Sabbat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
Man, this guy can freaking clean his fingernails. Absolutely disgusting. All with black fingernails.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you? Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabbat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect. It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning. Keep our secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you. That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one. Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area a little, and you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings. You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
Normally you would just look at this note over here. That's got the password in it, and I already remember the password. Very Web 1.0 in the
There we go.
old-ass computer systems.
Out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
They'll run DOS. There you can see celerity in action. You'll see it a little bit later when I use it. But celerity, you basically move much faster. It's really cool. I gotta go talk to him now.
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabat vatos. You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but it'll do. Now, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff. Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not
Love his
innocent.
voice inclinations. They range from jovial, when he's laughing, kind of scary,
you need to hold on
serious.
to that shred of humanity you have. And innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you. The beast, it's always there, waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences. I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact. The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine line. Alright, now go feed. Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
Ah.
Not quite as good, huh? Eh, you can do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing. Well, give it a try.
There is no try, you have to.
You rat sucker. Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing. Keep it down. Got someone around the way here. Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past. The building across from us with the garage door? There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows. And don't let him see you. Alright, go.
This will probably be some of the very little sneaking this character is going to do. I'm going to tool him up as a monster killing machine, so it's not going to be excessively hard for me. I guess it'll be unnecessary for me to sneak around.
Quiet, they're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him. Don't worry, he's probably greener than you. The Sabbat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire. He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that, make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery. He is a vampire, so be ready. Go get him.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can do a stealth kill on him. There we go. Yeah, stealth kill. I now have a tire iron. Oh, it's F keys. I'm not a huge fan of when they switch the F keys with the number keys. This is actually based off the leaked Half-Life 2 engine that they actually retooled.
The Sabbat are going all out. You better head underground, avoid straight bullets. Alright, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
This isn't in the normal game, this is actually from the fan patch.
Stop! You
can
just
tell because the sound quality is awful.
Now, who the hell are you? You involved in all this? Because I'm gonna radar this in, and SWAT will be all over this place. Yeah, okay. Alright, this way. This will lead us up to the warehouse. We can maybe sneak out that way.
Yeah, it's just a little extra humanity there.
Not sure what's going on. Sounds like the Sabbat's getting scattered.
See that guy poke his head out?
Keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
Buff, pick the lock. F2, go murder the shit out of this dude.
I think they're clearing out. No need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way. Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
tool up celerity and potence. Just fucking a million miles an hour. Just wail on these guys. Eats up a lot of blood, but. Magic levitating Jack.
Fucking humans. Gangbangers protecting their turf. Ah, man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals.
There won't be another one of these games, unfortunately. I really think that if Rockstar wanted to, they could probably make a really good vampire, like, off of either Masquerade or Requiem. That they could make a good game based off of that. Their world building is just snarky enough to match that in the vampire universe, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. And I really, really like that, so maybe one day we'll see that. CCP is currently working on an MMO.
They've probably seen too much.
I really doubt they're actually going to ever finish that MMO, though, because they've got,
I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much.
Because they've got EVE Online,
practically useless.
And they make shit tons of money off EVE Online.
Kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped. Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart.
Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to celerity around and either katana things to death or shotgun them to death.
Head up and clear out what's left of
and it'll be a fun time for me.
I'm going to make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
That rat. Eat this rat. See if I can stealth. If I can get one of them while I'm stealth. They're all too close together. Just shoot them. You see, you do much more damage. When you get better weapons, they do better damage, other than the crappy little pistol you get.
Until the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin and all that, and so on, and so on, and so on. Well, to be honest, you came at well, an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabat. Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of Kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient Kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. A lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity. Oh, boy. I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but nah, hell, you'll figure it all out. If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics.
Of course, all vampires have crazy abs.
Good luck.
Alright, this was pretty much my proof of concept here, and if I get some constructive or positive feedback, I'll definitely continue on this, because I really enjoy this game.